Hey guys, it is Wednesday morning here in the Philippines, and as promised, we're bringing you another Mini GT video. And today we have a different background for you guys. We brought back out the Mr.Norm's Grand Spalding Dodge, but we're going at it from a different angle today. We're hitting it from the side because it's kind of sacrilegious what I'm doing. I have a Ford Mustang, the Shelby GT500 Widebody, at a iconic Dodge dealership. So not really what these purist guys would like to see, but I thought it would be really cool because this Mustang, being Shelby, is kind of iconic. This is an iconic dealership, but from the Mopar stable. But anyways, that's why you can see the Dodge sign in the background, the high sign, like over there. And then there's no Dodge emblem on the side of this, of the showroom. On the other side with the two bays, it is. So that's why I put it on this side. I turned on the light so you can see the E-bodies in there. And then I got my little German Shepherd standing guard of the Mopars. So anyways, this is what we're unboxing today. Our Shelby GT500 SE Widebody in Ford Race Red. And unfortunately, I do not have my first release Shelby from Mini GT, the GT500 in blue with the white stripes. I got rid of it when I got rid of my collection when I went back to the States in February. So I'm not sure the differences in the body with the Widebody and such versus the regular issue. But I do have the black one ordered, and it is just a standard. It doesn't say anything about Widebody. It just says Shelby GT500 on the box, and it is in a black color with white stripes. So I have it ordered, maybe have that within the week. And then I also have the LBWK Widebody 2020 Mustang, which we unboxed earlier last week. So what I'm going to do once I get the black one and do an unboxing video on it, I'm going to bring all three of these back out for you guys to look at side by side, and we'll show you the differences between each one. And then eventually I want to pick up the Auto World 2020 Shelby GT500 so we can do a comparison of the Auto World versus the Mini GT, because they're roughly around the same price. Especially here, they're the same price. Actually, the Auto World goes for maybe $1 or $2 more here because the import costs, the tariffs and stuff are a little higher. But in the States, it would be opposite. The Auto World would be maybe like $6, $7, between $6 and $7, depending where you buy it. And then the Mini GT would be between like $10 and $12. But still, it is maybe like 30 to 50% more for the Mini GT, but it's still low money for the two. So it's going to be a good comparison. Because Auto World is highly rated as an American manufacturer for 164 cars versus like Mini GT, which is more, I guess you could say is like a Hong Kong, like Chinese, Asian manufacturer for diecast cars. So it'd be interesting to compare those two. I did the Super video a couple years back, so we'll do the Mustang video maybe by February or the end of January. So anyways, let's get going on this. I've talked enough. So this is in Ford Race Red. And on the bottom side, as usual, you have your age recommendations of 14 plus because it is an adult collectible model. And it tells you it does have choking hazards for little kids. On this end cap, you have Mini GT and the scale 164 in red. And then on this end cap, it is just blank. And then on your back side of the box, you have your Shelby licensing here, which is very small, and there's not much writing there at all on the back of this box. Then you have your TSM holographic sticker, and then TSM licensing there, and then you have your Shelby GT500 SE Widebody in Ford Race Red and left-hand drive. I'm not sure, these may have come in right-hand drive too for the UK release and Asian release. And then on the top side, you have collector model number 389 and where to find Mini GT online and on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So let's get this guy out and take a close-up look at him. And as usual, they come wrapped in like the cellophane plastic, but I've already took that off. So I could check out the car, and then it comes in this cool little PVC plastic tray and such. And there he is sitting at the dealership, and I killed my dog. Alright, so anyways, it looks really sweet sitting there next to the service bay and such. Just looks very realistic. And that red door and red trim of the Dodge dealership looks great with this red and white Shelby. So it actually fits in here perfect, except that it's not a Dodge. So anyways, looking at the details of this car, let me zoom in a little bit so I don't have to hold it over the edge and drop it. So the only thing I noticed is a little issue with the door with the paint. Not much, but as you can see here, there's a couple little tiny imperfections in the door. I don't think it's bubbles. I think it's more and less like dirt got in the paint. Maybe in the base coat, maybe the clear. I took a little Carnauba wax on the door, but it didn't get it off. I'm not going to use any kind of polishing or rubbing compound to try to get it out. It's not that bad, so I can deal with it. I don't think it's anything to do with zinc rot or anything like that. This is a fairly new model. It was released a month or so ago, maybe 2 months ago tops, so it hasn't spent a lot of time stored, so I just think it's dirt in the paint. So anyways, you have the white rocker stripe with the Shelby emblem there, and then it's really hard to read whatever else they would have there, so I'm not even going to try. So anyways, then you have your duct on the front fender, and it's kind of flared out, as you can see, and then you can see the rear quarters kind of flared out too. But with the stock Shelby wide body, it's not like the LBWK where you can see the flares added. This is actually where they kind of bow out the front fender and the quarter, and everything is flowing together in the body lines and such. It isn't some riveted or screwed on rear and front flares. This is actually integrated into the quarter panel and front fender with their wide bodies and stuff. So it gives it that smoother look as if it came that way from the factory, which it did. So anyways, that's why they did this. Now, you can see that it has kind of like a black side skirt here, or maybe carbon fiber it's supposed to replicate. Then you have the 7-spoke graphite, like gray wheels, I think it would be. They're not really black. They're kind of like a dark gray. And then you see the tires are treaded, very nicely done. As you can see, it kind of wraps around on the sidewall edge. So very nicely done with the wheels and tires. I think it's gorgeous, actually. The base is nicely done. And as always, metal on metal with, I think these are more of a flat screw this time. Well, maybe the rear one is button head. The front one looks more flat. But anyways, they're Phillips head screws, so you could take the car apart and wheel swap it if you wanted to. Then you have the double tip muffler on each side. So that's really cool. Then flipping them around to the back. You have the snake here on the rear valence. And then red acrylic taillight lenses. And then like the carbon fiber spoiler. The white racing stripe, nicely detailed on the bumper cover. All the way under the spoiler. And then across the roof and such. Then you have your, I guess I would say, plastic insert or carbon insert center of the hood with the louvers, and then you have other louvers into the metal on the sides of this, and the hood is kind of bulged up there. Then I guess these two areas here are to mimic like a hood pin. As you can see, left-hand drive, nicely detailed dash and steering wheel. The mirrors are rubber and pretty flexible, as you can see. Front end is nicely done, and once again it has the snake. I think that's what it is a snake. And then the meshed grille. And then the side, like air intakes underneath the headlights, are very nicely detailed. And then you have acrylic headlight lenses and such. And as you can see, like the paint overall, besides those 2 or 3 little specks on the driver's door, underneath the door handle, is the only imperfections on this car. It actually, let me tilt it back down here. She actually rolls fantastic, as you can see. This is a very nicely done model from Mini GT. And I used to be a Ford hater, especially I hated a Mustangs like crazy. I guess it's because my father worked for General Motors all my life. And then I worked for Chevrolet, and then I worked for Dodge Chrysler Company for a while. So that's why we kind of always hated on Fords. But lately, if you look at the small collection that I have now, I have a ton of Mustangs in my collection. I just was realizing this the other day. I have like 30 of the Boss 302 Zamac Legends Tour Hot Wheels Mustangs from this year. And then I have this Mini GT Shelby GT500, and then I have the Liberty Walk one, then I have a black one on order, then I have the Auto World in dark maroon on order, then I have a couple of 2017 Ultra Red Miho Auto World Mustangs and such. So yeah, I have a ton of Mustangs. I just realized that I have more Mustangs than anything else in my collection right now. But yeah, they're all good ones, and they are beautifully done. Like this guy here is like fantastic. I really dig this car. Can't wait to get the black one and then the green one and do the side-by-side shots of all 3 styles. The Dragon Snake I don't have anymore. That would be like the 4th style for Mini GT, but I'm not going to have that, unfortunately. Can't access it right now unless they release it again in a different color coming up, so we'll see. But we do have the regular body black Shelby GT500 coming up, and then we have the Auto World Shelby GT500 coming up. We'll be doing that in a matter of a couple weeks or so. But that's it for today, guys. I'll be back tomorrow with the Mini GT R34 in Bayside Blue. This is the one that I'm excited about. The Christmas one was cool, but it was a little bit too flashy for me. The Bayside Blue one is the one that I've been looking forward to, so can't wait to unbox that for you guys tomorrow. So be sure to tune back in for that, and then have a good Wednesday. It is hump day. We're almost done with this year, 2022, guys. So only a few days left. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching.